Hello everybody, welcome back. Or if you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. This is going to be part 2 of our Let's Play in the American Revolution mod for Empire Total War. And so, to tell you the truth, I am sorry that I had to leave you with only 50 minutes of my previous video. So I decided to try and post 2 videos for today for your enjoyment. So we are going to be getting right back where we were. And I believe we were about to end the turn, and if I remember correctly, I was afraid that the Iroquois Confederacy is going to, the Iroquois, Confederacy was going to attack us, along with the British over here. They can't now, but I got no going to. We're trying to attack Boston, possibly, or try and take Maine. We have just taken the Fort Nasby. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. So, yeah, let's end the turn and see what happens. Alright, I'm sending this army up. I'm sorry, I forgot about moving it. So we'll be seeing it on our turn. Alrighty, Britain, what are you going to do? So again, I'm going to hit spacebar to speed up the movement. British agents still moving around in modern day Mexico. This would be in India. Okay, so I don't know where they're going. I'm looking at the AI logs There's just like one ship or one unit and attack those buildings. And it's like usually an army you have already defeated, like you defeated it as a remnant, so they'll not pose a direct threat against your defendant, per se, when they'll just attack your infrastructure and your research buildings especially. I do have to admit it's very annoying when they do that. And that means you have to waste units or resources to put them down. Yep. And in the ship case, they'll send ships to blockade your ports and damage them. So that's annoying. Also, but for the most part it's manageable, but if you have a big army just going around and you can't deal too much damage to them, that's when it's very annoying, only eliminated. Our allies, France, moving around. And I knew they were going to come and attack us. So, let us fight this battle. And I'm just going to see, they do have a cannon. That's going to be interesting. Let me fight this on the battlefield. Cool little picture here of British redcoats being ambushed by American forces, I think. Okay, so I am actually going to use the strategy to move back here to these corners so you don't get outflanked. And I'm going to try and just bum rush it here. I'm going to go nice coyote sound there. ICG wildlife sound. So cavalry can move fast, so I'm going to select my infantry strategy, but I'm just going to... It basically stops them from breaking. I mean, not breaking, but from surrounding you. For the most part. If you can. So maybe I have to use like that, and like that. Sometimes you do have to do that. I'm going to tell you, well, my cavalry's invisible at this time, so I'm going to tell you guys one. What I'm trying to do is get out of range of that cannon. Even though technically the cannon can't move, it's sometimes better just to get away. And then I'm going to try and hit the cannon with my cavalry. So... okay. Here. Let's see. Cavalry, you have one job. Gentlemen over there. So, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to come up on this hill. Like so. As much as I can. So anyway, there we go. The gentlemen fall back. Come on, you guys have spikes, so let's do that. Go here, please, and then put down spikes. Thank you. And then pull back behind the spikes, thank you. And then I'm gonna just so they yeah. Anyone else can do that. Yeah, you guys can. So I know this is only skirmishers have that ability, and it's a great ability, honestly. Especially against early cavalry when you don't have any scroll. Okay, these guys might be shooting my guys in the back, honestly. I think my cavalry got broken, unfortunately. Okay, so there's a huge route, so I'm gonna turn these guys around. Thank you. Okay, really, guys. So I'm honestly gonna tell them to do that. Basically, will do. Range them. Focus your fire there. Oh. What is it with everybody done? I mean, so I think this army just got completely destroyed. Kind of stupid. Oh, so now they're one of their settlements up. So you saw that? They basically gave one of their settlements up, I'm pretty sure, to the Indian, like I said, I am sorry, I cannot pronounce that name. That's why I really recommend getting American or anybody's regulars in this game, because it takes a lot for regulars and elite teams to play in this mod and in the original game. Ottoman Empire, still moving his troops around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Ottoman Empire is at war with Austria. pirates actually. They were actually kind of friends with the Barbary pirates. So that's why you will not see the Ottoman Empire attack the Barbary states very often. Unless you gain some kind of control over anything. But usually that doesn't happen because they're like trade partners and they're not going to do things for the Barbary states. Poland is at war with Russia. Good job, Poland. You got a victory. Now Russia's turn. Russia is one of the biggest factions starting out, besides Spain. And they have like a lot of territory you start out with. I will say the problem with big territory sometimes is it's hard to defend. And like mobilize your armies in a few turns. Kind of like somewhat with Spain, but Spain's in a better position than Russia in some cases, but you know, when they technically might have the same amount of land. Theirs is a little bit spread out, but are easier to centralize with a big fleet. Unlike Russia, where you have to hike miles across. Okay, so yep, I'll need storage. I'm gonna put some this on in here. And like I said, I do not like auto resolving. Just because you might lose more people than you want and more units, and the AI in this game, it's an older game, is okay. It can be good and worse at the same time sometimes. Just getting my cavalry in the right place. Okay, so I am going to actually move my infantry forward. Because in this case, we do not have to defeat them and destroy their units. As we're attacking the settlement, we just need to break their units, and then we'll be able to win this battle. And basically, the key is I do not want to lose very much cavalry in this instance, because I believe that larger army is going to probably come and attack me, you would think. But I could be wrong. Okay, so there's the second unit. Comes out of the bush. Into view. Now I think these might be axe fours or this. These are range, but I think these are axe fours, maybe, or this, no. Sorry, or just, we're gonna try and get a good, look here at some of the musketmen. Pretty sure these are the Minutemen. Here's the 2nd Regiment of Minutemen. Here's the United States 5th Light Foot of, sorry, I cannot read this name, but it's one of the specialized units. As you can see, my muskets are doing an okay job, but I might move them closer. Because sometimes you do have to worry about ammunition. I will tell you that much, you do have to worry about ammunition. And also, like I said in the first video, many like trees, hills, and bushes can block your shots. Because yeah, it's just part of the game. Oh, this unit came back. And they'll break in again. Yeah, units do that, and they break and then come back and then break again, and sometimes they can come back a third time. But I think, yeah, I don't know why it says you victory when you lost 22 men. I mean, I don't know, maybe the AI might do better, I don't know, to be honest. I will say, because sometimes the AI does better than me, and other times not so much, if I'm being honest. I am going to change things around. And then I am going to see, yeah, we can rebuild some of the units. So this army is ready to go. I am going to take these special units, and I'm just going to move them here for safety, and I am going to upgrade that. And then again, just going around upgrading what I can. Yeah, that's basically better cannon factory. As you can see, we are doing good. I'm just going to get that one unit in the queue. So I'm just going to send them there just in case. Is that British army is still there? I do technically have a cannon. These guys do still have a cannon. I don't know how well they're doing in that sense. And then, like I was talking about, they, in some sort of trade deal, they gave up this to the Indian, sorry, not Indian, but India kingdom. So basically, all that's left of the Iroquois nation is this. If we take this out, that faction is going to be gone. So that is just a good piece of information to know. I'm not going to read through all of this, but if you want to slide down and up, you can pause the video. And then this is a building platform, which is basic roads that will make it completed. That's good because it's easier to move troops now around the countryside in most places. Yeah, we still have the Navy down here. What's in this army? Oh. Now, I actually might move them up to this port, even though it's not a military port. It'll be, this is a military port up here. The reason you can tell is like if you look here, this one is more, has more trade route coming out of it, and it has a different building texture. Then this one with the red building, this is more yellow and larger, with 2 pillars instead of a small pillar. Yeah, so that's more trade. If you have over, you can see me, Spain, Russia, Sweden, all my trading partners. Regions. And then I'm about to get better bayonets. So yeah, let's see what this British army does now. The British are not doing too much in India. They're just mostly moving their armies back and forth. I also don't know why they keep sending units to that port. Yeah, I don't know why. If there's a ship going to pick it up and do the same. But like I said, you can see anything on the battlefield because of this mod. I just don't see a ship coming. Oh, Netherlands, moving around. Also my ally, Barbary States, moving a soldier. That's how you get rid of enemy ships in the port, is you unit to the port. It can be cost effective, depending on if you can do that, like just send a militia unit, and it will work. But the moment you move that troop away, you need to come right back and blockade it some more. Austria is moving around. I think Austria is at war with the Ottoman Empire, but other than that I don't know too much. I need to check diplomacy again. I will be doing that after auto, and I will show you the basics to see what factions at war at least for the major factions. Again, that when you have a trade route and you put your ship on it, it's like a pilot. Basically, you're being a pilot and you're blockading the ship and waiting supply lines. You cannot do to your own, red. Take the point, pushing them off on my trade route. Red trade routes you can do. Right, and you can sometimes at least cut down on your enemy's income, and you can also maybe sometimes steal technology, I've heard. That's more in the base game. I don't know about this, at least the stealing of technology by blockading your enemy trade routes. Well, never mind, the Iroquois Confederacy a little piece of land. So yeah, that's interesting. So if we take that Iroquois Confederation army out in their last settlement, it will be basically only based in India. So my stand is kind of corrected in the sense that if we take out that last army, the faction will not be destroyed. No kingdom will not be destroyed because we have riot in India. So yeah, you can buy land, you can trade for land, and you can trade land back and forth in the diplomacy tab. I don't like doing that. I personally just do that for technology, trade technology around. Because to me that's like one of the best things to do, and you can get technology faster, and you can also you don't have to waste time with your own research, researching your own technology when you can like buy it off of, at least in our case, France and maybe some of our other allies. Russia, if they're sending their fleets around. I think Russia might be able to take that Poland settlement, because Poland doesn't have an army in there right now. Granted, each, depending on the level of city and village, you do get an amount of full defenders unless you have a full stack army in there. So that's what those gray units mean. Those are the ones who are stationed there if attacked. The golden ones are the ones who are part of your army that you're able to move. The gray ones you cannot move. Okay, now it's back to Alpha. Ooh, new technology, new damage. Raid. Oh, sorry, I clicked on that too fast. More construction being done. let's see. I think the Morgan Riflemen are down here, yes. Look. I call them Morgan Riflemen because that's basically what they're based off of. If you didn't know, Morgan was a general in the American Continental Army, but he also served in the French and Indian War. He actually hated the British with a passion because they gave him 500 lashings because he punched a British officer. That's how that story goes, and by the end of his life he still claimed that the British owed him 5 more whips because they miscounted. He should have died for it, but he didn't, and his most famous exploit was defeating Bannister Tarleton down here in South Carolina. He defeated him at the Battle of Cowpens. That is one of his most famous battles, but he also played a huge role in the Battle of Saratoga, forcing General Horatio Gates to surrender. So, am I going to attack that British army, or am I going to move down? That's a good question. You know what? I am going to attack this British army. When I can. Or maybe the British will attack me next time. This Legal British Line Infantry along with those Colonel Light Infantrymen. That's cool. It takes about 2 turns, I found, for your men to heal up, so I'm just going to wait here because this army might be coming to attack. And then I might send some infantry up here and attack, and then send our fleet up here and attack you. And basically have another army just focus on these settlements, Quebec and Upper Canada. I'm just going to call that. I'm sorry I cannot pronounce that name. What is this? So this army has a lot, well, it has a general, and then it has a lot of good infantry and horsemen, Queen's Rangers, and then one cannon unit. Am I recruiting the wrong cannon unit? I might be, so I'm just going to... I only like to use horse cannons, so I'm actually going to wait off on getting cannons. I mean... So actually, oh. Really? How did this get injured? I'm not too sure. So, I need to wait for the next turn to repair it. That's annoying, and that does happen sometimes. I don't know why. Well, I am going to actually move this cannon down here. Oh, maybe this is how I'm going to attack them. Send this unit. Yep. So they're going to technically be deployed first. But then these armies will come in, these units will come in reinforcement. Technically this army will come and reinforce it. So I am going to immediately deploy them all the way back here. And deployment. These are where my friends are coming from. So I am going to tell this unit to run all the way over there. And by running, you can throw off the cannon's aim. So I'm just going to tell them to post up here. When you get reinforcements, they kind of just start moving towards the enemy. Oh, really, you guys are breaking. See, this is what I'm talking about. Minutemen are supposed to be okay, but they break easy. line infantry do not break that easy. So, especially the elite units do not break easy. So I'm going to, yeah, I mean they were stabilized now, but you can see they were wavering. I'm going to tell my men to move forward, and as you can see, these units can form square. I mean, not all of them, but most of them can. That works great against cavalry. And then the British have pillboxes around their cannon. So, you know, I'm going to honestly move you guys up. I'm going to deploy those spikes just in case this Emory cavalry will come and attack. But I'm going to move them up and try and take out this cannon. You see, these huntsmen have higher range. And then I'm going to go to normal speed. These maps fast forwarding now because it's kind of moving and stuff. Just moving around my troops and getting them set up. And you can see the timer is counting down, so we do have a little bit of timer. Alright. As you can see, we are trying to break these cannons. They're technically not firing right now, but I do not want them to focus down any of my infantry anymore. So that's why I'm technically sending my irregular American long riflemen to try and take them out as much as we can. And technically you need only 4 people to operate a cannon. Just to give you a heads up, so if 4 crew members survive, this unit would technically survive. Now, I put down stakes here, in case this cavalry comes, so I can run these guys back across this, and it will cause damage to the cavalry. As you can see, you have them down to half. I mean, they're at the very... okay, now they're breaking, so... Come back across this. Now they're not breaking, but they're off their cannons, I think. Now they're back. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to run them forward. And then I'm going to try and, you know... again, tell them to shoot. Yeah, so let's take a closer look at these guys. So these are the American rifles. Again, I do have to somewhat pay attention, but here's a good look at them. And then here's a good look at the 1st Regiment of Foot. Or the 1st Regiment of, well, Minutemen, sorry. The 4th, these are Continental Regulars. This is the 1st Foot Guard, Rhode Island. This is the 5th Regiment of Continental Line, New York. You can see there. These are the 5th Regiment of, okay, hold on, cavalry. Sorry, like I said, I have to pay attention. These are Minutemen again, and then these are the 2nd Foot of Green Mountain Rangers, and then these are the 1st Delaware. So now that I'm going to move my infantry up about there, and then I'm going to move these long riflemen up again. They have better range, and I'm going to try and use their ammunition to take on some of these cavalry. Okay. You know what? Sorry, pull back. I don't want you guys shooting at each other. Because that's what they do. Ooh. I'm the general, cool. Again, yeah, friendly fires are fine. Get back. That unit would survive, but yeah, that's what happens. You have to pay attention, especially with riflemen, is because they're super vulnerable, especially for a unit, especially against cavalry, unless they're in front of stakes. And then, as you can see, they were out in front, and they definitely took friendly fire. I don't know what this unit's doing. Oh, are they going for a bayonet charge? Possibly. Yeah. Go in there, please. This. And then just watch them fall down. And then I'm going to take them off that, and then put them back in. And then I'm going to send these Morgan riflemen after them. Gentlemen, one, please. To make sure this unit will not survive. I still don't know why they call it Hero Victory, but see, now we have... can we move back? No, we can't. So we cannot... maybe we can. Can we heal? Technically we can. Even though I think we're on the edge of enemy and friendly territory. I guess you can say. I have to admit, sometimes they change the healing. I don't know why. In the base game, I know you can heal in like these buildings and heal in like the actual settlement. So yeah. So I'm going to basically wait. I'm going to pull this unit back. I'm going to wait for these gentlemen to be recruited, and then I'm going to do a pincer attack from here and from here. We've defeated this British unit, so the cannons did survive and the British cavalry. But the British units are gone. Oh, and I forgot to, I forgot to heal this. That's a priority. Yeah, and then, very quickly, this is how you go. Okay, but this is like it's showing the taxes, are they happy, are they not? New England, I don't know why it's red, they're saying green and yellow, so maybe that's a mistake. And then we have the president. Elsa Build, I'm sorry, but he has the face of George Washington. James Madison, Samuel Adams, Admiral Blackmore. Oh, here's George Washington, Army. Okay. Francis Belly, and then optional. I'm not going to pronounce his names. These people do not really matter right now. Yeah, so you can change that around, and then if we go here, so the victory condition is, I personally like world domination. It says hold 50. So we hold 10 regions out of 50, but like, and if you're playing the other campaigns, you know, they'll have these regions where you have to control. So ours is, we have to hold Pennsylvania, but then in like the regular campaign you have to hold like Florida, Louisiana, you know, some of these other states, and if you don't meet them, then it's a defeat. World domination I like, you just have to hold any 50 regions. So technically you don't need to buy Louisiana if you don't want, but like I said, I might trade for it, see if we can, but yeah. And then, sorry, just a quick, so this is basically showing our military power and projection power. Enlightenment is like technology, military, and navy, so army is great, navy we suck at, but you can see Russia's the big factor, and France and England themselves are not too far behind. Yeah, so hopefully we will be able to catch up to Russia and catch up to some of these powers. Without further ado, let's end the job. Sorry, sometimes it just takes a second to think about it. I am concerned with that British army that is just sitting in a port. Yeah, so I am personally concerned about that. But we're kind of glad it's kind of being stuck in what are not for any of our settlements or any of our armies at this point in time. So I am glad of that. Oh, now they moved it back to that settlement. Why not Australia, but Austria is still moving their troops around. And I will say, the more territory you hold, and the more higher buildings you have, tier 2 mines, and tier 3 mines, and a lot of these buildings, the more economy you will build up. Ooh, yay France! Oh, sorry, I forgot about to show you the diplomacy mod. The diplomacy, I got distracted. We will definitely be checking you out after this turn. Yeah, sorry, that's my fault. Russia got pushed off. So right now I'm not concerned about these. About this country, because half a world away, and you can see the territory they traded, they have not started building. They took out a European power, I think. I think that was Portugal. I could be wrong. I didn't get a good look at the banner or flag. Ooh. Yeah, and they have some good units. The Indian countries have elephants with cannons on them, and elephants. They do have those units, and they can use them to go to war. Ottoman Empire Navy sailing up and down the coast. Leave it down in the comments if you want. And like I said before in the first video, I am completely happy to do another campaign or let's play with a faction of your picking. Leave a comment down below, and if it gets enough likes or majority of the likes, I will be doing it. And to give you a heads up, I will be starting a Medieval 2 Total War campaign here shortly. And I will give you more information in the upcoming videos. So start thinking about what ancient kingdom you would want in Medieval 2 Total War. And then I do have mods for Medieval 2 Total War 2. I will put down in the comments, or eventually when I release more information, I will show you which mods I have and those work most of the time. Some of the bigger mods still crash, just to give you a heads up. Spain, moving around. And if you're wondering why I don't use any trading ships or move any ships into those circles that create trade, is because now you have to protect them, and they're easily attacked by like Britain or other countries with a larger navy. So right now I'm just playing as America, it's just a waste of time. I was just playing as modern day the Dutch. We do have a huge trading fleet, and I will use them that way, but other than that, I just don't see the real opportunity unless you have a massive navy. So, or you build a massive navy. Yeah. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna pull these guys back. Repel. Give me that and give me that. Send these fools there. Send this gun back here. I'm gonna repel it, I guess. What unit should I get? What? We'll get this seat. No, I'm okay. Yeah, let's get these. I will be showing them off in battle, but you can kind of see the uniforms speak for themselves as like the model. And then I am not forgetting to rebuild this. That's going to put a huge dent, so I might just save my remaining cash. No, actually, I am going to build that and save the remaining cash now. By the way, this is hardly defended. So I might just send 2 units of Pennsylvania and these guys up here to take this out. Oh, no. I forgot this was sneaky boys and they blocked my path. I can't fight, so I am going to fight this battle. Yeah, my bad. These units might just break. I don't know why it's sorted, but move into position. You guys put them spikes, please. Yeah. The reason why I did that was again because the cavalry. Shoot at the cavalry, please. The cavalry is the most dangerous one right now. So I'm going to basically be shooting ones who kind of shoot at the cavalry. Like I said, cavalry early game is no joke. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but they're just no joke to anybody, really. Come on, guys. Take out the cavalry. Really, again, come on, guys, take out the cavalry. Sorry. Wow, you guys are both breaking. Okay. So I'm just gonna, oh no, they returned. So I'm gonna quickly run them this way. I want you guys to focus on that unit. Okay. So now they kind of, again, your units will break and come back. Again, shoot up. No, I want you guys to focus in on that. Again, these guys are not the best. Okay. Nope, fall back. I'm going to try and keep this unit alive. Yeah, no. Come on. Come on, cavalry, please go. Warnings. I might withdraw this unit, but I want to. Yes. Thank you. The enemy general's taken. Yeah. Come on, guys. Why couldn't you do that? The muskets? With muskets? Yeah, sorry. I'm just annoyed. No. Yep. Fire backwards. Yeah. If you didn't know, when you kill an enemy general, it'll make most of these units waveable. But I think there's just too many of them, and I only have 33 men. Okay, I'm going to say stop, fire, and go. Oh yeah. That might not be the best way, because, again, let's see, can we at least get a kill? Okay, now, yeah. Again, they're going to fall back. That's my bad, honestly. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, like I said, I completely forgot about them. Right? Okay, let's go and get to the bonus. Oh, so we can trade a Austria. You know, I'm going to request trade. They're allies with Spain, Russia. They're at war with my allies, but I am going to request trade. And they agree. Excellent. I mean, they're indifferent and they might accept this, yeah. Again, you do want to make as much trade rights as you can because it will help your money. And you can see it will help you with your rations. So again, I'm just going to go through, somewhat fast in the sense that Britain, like I said, is at war with many nations. Same with them. Again, I'm just going to kind of scroll through here fast. And then here's us. Again, not a huge surprise. Again, I mean, really quickly, I'm just going to get one of those units to protect this. This guy decides to try and come down here and take it, or them. Because it has happened before, I will say that. Oh. Army thinks they can attack a city, and they will. And it will cause mayhem, especially in a harder difficulty, because there's a higher chance they are going to take that city from you. But it depends on what Britain wants to do. Well, the AI, I mean, yeah. I think they're going to come down and just try and destroy some of my buildings. Like those mines there. It depends on what the AI thinks. If the AI thinks they will be able to beat you, they will attack whatever they want. For the most part. For some of these longer drones, like I said before. Well, as soon as some of these factories we start destroying Britain, these allies actually self-destroy, these toners will go faster and faster the more you play, because you will be able to destroy factions, and factions are all destroyed by other factions. So it will speed up. We've yet to have a faction destroyed, I don't think. I mean, maybe one of the minor, maybe, but I don't think so. When I say minor, they usually only have one settlement. And the major powers like England, us, and France and Spain have tons of starting capital and tons of holding regions. And I mean, some of it is based off of your perception. Because like, I think Sweden and Denmark could be considered a major or minor faction. It depends on your personal opinion. But for me, a lot of the minor factions are just the ones with one city or one settlement when you start out. France blockading a bunch of ports. And one of the interesting facts is when you take a city that is like well developed, you don't take it right away. You can sometimes unlock better units because that faction had put a lot of resources in upgrading that city. Oh, Poland just got taken out there. I don't think it's Poland's last settlement, but I think they only have one settlement. Naples and Sicily. Yeah, so I think after we defeat Britain and Canada and solidify ourselves in the United States, let's invade India. Because we're already at war with that faction. The Mongol Empire is being wrecked by them. Again, I'm sorry, I just can't pronounce the name. I know it's a federation. I can do the Mongol Empire. And of course, most of the European nations. Afghanistan. Honestly, Afghanistan doesn't do too much, at least in the campaigns I've done before. They mostly recruit an army and then like, they might attack your buildings if you're at war with them. And that's mostly it. And then they might have a full staff army in the capital / city during the time. Yeah, so I was just thinking there for a moment. Just thinking about really what my next move should be in my mind. Is I think we should try and take out the Iroquois Confederacy as fast as possible and then maybe move down to Cherokee Nation later if Spain doesn't take them out, but that's really my plan. Focus on Britain and the Iroquois Nation. So yeah, sorry about me going silent for a moment. Because I was thinking about what our next move should be. Again, this will take time now, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll get some Native Americans on our side. Yep, so now this is all healed up, meaning now we can actually, they're starting to research this. I don't know where this other guy, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking, I don't know where the other one went off to. Can you quite tell? Because I still want to go over here and attack it, because it's not really protected. Again, like I said, you want to upgrade these buildings as much as you can before you get drawn into war, but as you can see, stuff happens. No, they haven't damaged this yet, but I mean, they might be going for Philadelphia. Maryland Dragoons, so we'll get some Maryland Dragoons. Again, you do want like at least one unit, because you can't really rely on the ones that they give you, because usually, if I'm being honest, they're not the best in the world, and they can break easy, especially against trained professionals. So again, I think my best bet is honestly to move this army. They should still heal, yep. Move it over there so this will only take one turn. And then we will attack and take out the Iroquois Nation. Yeah, so that's going to take a turn. So I'm just looking around. Okay. Yeah, so again, I'm not going to bother with the Cherokee Nation as of yet, because we are at peace and I believe we are still trading with them. Let's go to... Yeah, we're still trading with the Cherokee Nation. They do hate us. That's what this red means, is they very much hate Spain because they're at war with Spain. And the only one that kind of likes them is Portugal, same with us. I mean, at least we're neutral. So I always like to make sure that at least most of the factions are neutral about us. Oh, by the way, Lance, what are you cooking? What technology do you have? Okay, a bunch of technology at once, but nothing we can... next turn I would definitely be trying to get do some trading with technology. Like I said, it does take a moment for the computer to think they should go. Britain still, I mean, again, Britain has not taken much land in India, so maybe before we invade India, we try to take the British Isles. Try and crumple them there and push Britain back into the off of the Caribbean islands of England itself, and then basically isolate them in India. I think that's a good plan. Again, this is on very hard difficulty, and this is the first time I'm doing it with this mod, so who knows what might happen. And I think I'm okay at battles most of the time. Sometimes it comes down to if your unit breaks or not breaks. I've had some battles like come down to the wire. Maybe we will try and trade for the regular, in real life, the Louisiana Purchase. Sorry, I have a hard time pronouncing some words. Again, France doing France friends. And again, if you want me to go to war with France or Spain or anybody, I will consider it. It might take me a little bit of time to get to it, because like I said, my main focus now is England and the Iroquois Confederation, but mostly England as my main enemy. When we finally get done with England and like invaded India and England as a nation is destroyed, then we can faction. It could be a minor faction, it could be Russia, it could be whoever you want. Besieging settlements. Destroying buildings, again, like I said, very annoying when it happens to you. I honestly don't know what agents do if they're in another research building or in a different school, if they affect it at all. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I've just not seen it before. Again, Ottoman Empire. I could invade the Ottoman Empire. I'm up for it. It'll be a grind. We have a lot of territory. The larger the nation and empire is, the longer it'll take to destroy. Especially on very hard difficulty. Even on hard difficulty, it's hard to destroy some of these larger factions. I mean, like if you're attacking a minor nation and you have like one major city or one settlement, I mean, you could technically take it out easy if you have a large enough army and you're able to defeat them at siege. Like, Poland only has one settlement, but it's going to be hard for Russia or, Russia, I'm pretty sure, to take them out. Or Prussia. I think, yeah, Prussia is also at war with them. And yes, it is winter, I believe. At least that's what it's showing up in Russia right now. And the year is 1786. Russia, yeah. Again, Russia is a very large country, so what happens is it's hard for them to gather all their troops in one place. And I have been able to take like Moscow because they've just been so split out, and it's easy for us to concentrate at one place and like take one settlement. Because we only have like one army over there if you point as the United States. Well, Russia is split out and have to protect a whole lot of different cities and different buildings. So that's the problem when you have a massive empire and you don't secure your continent. Or your continent is surrounded by a. For me, Spain's friendly, France were allies, so... I mean, I am willing to go to war with those factions, but like, right now, if I take over all of Canada and take out some of the Indian nations, like the Yokai Nation, the smaller nations that are around, then the border would be pretty safe and we could like invade India or Europe. Because you don't have to worry about back home too much. Okay. Oh, agent recruited. Agent recruited where? Oh, hey. Agent, thank you. Then I'm going to know. And, yeah. Cool. Alright, local strike. Oh, okay. I think New England, again, you just want to have something. So I'm just going to recruit those 2 troops. James Madison, Vice President. Cool. Yeah, better at diplomacy and trade. Cool. Alright, local strike. Public servants die, oh man. Sorry. As you can see, the more buildings I get upgraded, the more money I have each and every turn. Sorry, I'm just going around building what I can. Right this second. I am going to upgrade this as our main naval base. I do know it seems like I'm spending a lot of money for maybe what you would consider not the best buildings at the time. But it's completely up to you. Like I said, I am going to move this on here. Cool. Apparently they just recruited and they didn't help out, so I'm actually just going to besiege it. And then what I might do here is go with my original plan again. Take these men and go over there. And this is that. I guess second time's the charm, maybe. So I think this is what they consider an ambush. Possibly, so I'm going to quickly do what I did before and do that. And then again, I'm going to try and focus on their cavalry because I'm pretty sure that they'll, I mean, there's only 8 cavalry, and you may think it's waste. I'm not going to put spikes quite yet. Because I think, yeah, maybe I am. Oh no. Oh yeah, no, yeah, here we go. Yeah, please go there. Yeah, again, really, you guys are breaking already. Sorry. Not yet. Paying that towards them. Okay, you guys are going to get flanked, my friends. So you can see now that, yeah. Cool, go back, please, thank you. No. Again, you don't want them shooting your own men. Move, you. Oh. Okay, that might be an issue, sorry. Dang it. Again, really, why do you guys always break? Again, that's stupid. Okay, you know what? I'm kind of sick of this army. So, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go take you, take you, take you, Take you. 'Cause I'm not too worried yet, and then I can always retreat back. So now, as you can see, their cavalry's gone now. Yeah. So I am just sick and tired of this army interfering with my military plans. So I might just have the cavalry charge. I mean, well, again, generals die so fast in this game. Just to give you a heads up, it's just like one lucky stray shot can kill your general, so that's why I don't like bringing named generals along. Now, like, if it's on a navy boat, that's different, because it's very hard to kill a general on a navy vessel, but on land it's unfortunately quite easy, I found. Nope. Sorry, that's not what I meant. Come on, over here. Please. Thank you. No, I'm going to do that. Thank you. So I'm going to just try and destroy this army as much as I can. Now come to me. Oh, okay. I don't. Yeah, they're in range. Okay. I mean, I'm going to charge them with my cavalry now. Can you guys deal with this? Oh. Yep. Ooh, general dead. Yeah. Ain't that charge? Oh. Oh no, that's Emily General. Yep. Hello, Death. John Sullivan. Wait. I told you. Generals die so fast in this game that it's probably not even worth getting a general, honestly. You guys fall back. Repair, yeah. Okay, I mean, yeah, this guy's a general, but I still think I'm confident in winning there. And like I said, I'm besieging this, so they cannot escape me very easily in that regard. Again, I'm going to recruit these and leave them there. You know what? I'm going to get Continental Marines. Yeah, I'm going to get 2 units of those. Thank you. Agent recruited where? Or did I already move him? I might have already moved him. Yeah. But, yay, heroic death. Fun fact, this is a famous painting at the Battle of Cambrai. When Britain took Cambrai from France, the British General Wolfe died in the battle, but ultimately won the battle. So this is like a historical painting of like his death. I mean, it's a painting, a prediction of his death. What are you gonna do, England? Again, sometimes it just takes a moment. It's like thinking. At least that's what happens to my computer. Oh no, they're not attacking me, so I might just send my cavalry, honestly, to take that other place. Because again, there's not that much building going on. Again, you don't want to cities themselves because there's one background faction and you'll have an army ravaging your land and trying to take your settlement, and it's very annoying. Just to give you a heads up, that's why I'm going to recruit those units and leave them in Boston. Just in case they rebel and we will have a little bit of a unit present there to attack. Ooh, that's a massive army there at the Upper Canada. Well, I suppose these guys are moving to attack their former. I mean, there's some we took at the beginning. I kind of hope the Ukrainian nation attacks my army, because if we were able to take that settlement, we could kind of push England back. As you can see, Denmark is still alive, surprisingly. But I think Sweden is going to take their capital, or they just did. I've seen Sweden wipe out Denmark very fast, at least the one in Norway and Denmark itself, but Denmark only is left with the islands. So props to Denmark staying in this game. That's a 4-stack army and another 4-stack army and a half. Although ships are always taking advantage of. Many countries will try and capture their ships for some reason. Or at least attack their ships. I mean, they are annoying, but like for me, they're not as annoying as much. And it's also, well, not all of them, but a lot of it is the minor nations who are trying to attack and take their ships. France in the New Louisiana. Yeah, again, there's a lot of armies moving, and you can see factions all, at least the small factions, all being destroyed and taken out by some of the larger factions when they But again, some of these smaller factions are hanging on. I just haven't taken the Isle of some of these larger factions. Naples. Naples on Sicily. And also Rome is its own country, it's the Pope. Again, besides the Mongol Empire being wrecked, not much is going on in India. There's a lot of troop movement. Again, the Mongol Empire is hanging on by a thread. Also, maybe the Iroquois nation might be hanging on by the thread if I take that settlement and the Mongol Empire takes that one settlement back, they would be technically be out of the game. Yeah, again, the experience. Then this is also the country during this time as well. England somehow still holds I'm going to mess up on the name, but that small little piece of land that really controls the inway in and out of the Italian Sea. Yeah, sorry, I'm bad at pronouncing some of the names. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Fulalcho. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm just going to mess up on that. And goals. Yeah, Russia is looking like the big bad boy along with the Ottoman Empire at this time. France, England, Spain are doing a good job of this carving out, along with the Prussia is doing a good job of taking advantage. Austria is also hanging on, and I think they have taken some land. Again, Spain owns most of modern day Mexico and South America along the border, and parts of Texas. Spain has not been able to take Portugal yet. Good for Portugal for hanging on. Sweden is also hanging on against Russia. They tried to take St. Petersburg. The Poland's also hanging on. Oh. Again, you have to pay attention and make sure they don't rebel or get a chance to rebel. Again, work on your upgrades. Are they coming here? They are going to meet. Yep, here we go. First nations destroyed. Nation destroyed. Nation destroyed. So let's do it again. Nation recorded. And then nation destroyed. Like I said, I might just do this, take you guys back, and then send you guys over here to take modern day Michigan. I'm just going to besiege it and hopefully they attack me. Yeah, and this is going to be the army that's protecting Boston from rioting. But we put in here, get some of those guys going. So I am worried about that British unit going over. So I'm going to send some of the units we've recruited over. And I'm going to get one more unit here. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. Are any of these buildings damaged? No. No. I'm surprised Britain hasn't attacked any of our... Well, I mean damaged any of our buildings. Okay, here's our agent. One of those spies. And these ones can take out enemy agents, but it's like a % chance. I just don't deal with them, honestly. And only, again, like again, I'm not worried if they attack you. I don't think they will. And one turn before this evil surrenders, only attack us. But unfortunately, we are out of time for today, so I'm going to hit save. Check. Oops, sorry. Overridden fire. Hold on. That's my bad. Yeah, that's my bad. I hit on the wrong one. Sorry, guys. So I might hit exit the main menu. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you around.